southern shore of Newfoundland is the town where I was born. It'll always be the place for me. It's here that I belong. We came from dear old Ireland and from the West Country, and settled down in Babelstown in the 17th century. In dear old Babelstown, in dear old Babelstown, till the day I die I'll ne'er deny my dear old Babelstown. We fished upon the ocean until the rocky soil, and cleared the land with our bare hands. We labored and we toiled. We built our homes in the Gun Ridge and down the bread and cheese, and all around old Irish town, the alley and the quays. In dear old Babelstown, in dear old Babelstown, till the day I die I'll ne'er deny my dear old Babelstown. There's Williams's, Glynn's and Gatheralls, Oddisters, Packs and O'Days, O'Driscolls and Ryans, Hearns and O'Briens, Maloney's and Mulcahy's. There's Maddox's, Nagels and Carey's, Lynch's and Cody's and Drew's. There's Deegan's and there's Lundrigan's, to mention just a few. In dear old Babelstown, in dear old Babelstown, till the day I die I'll ne'er deny my dear old Babelstown. We love to watch the ocean and the moon over 12 o'clock hill, and walking round our little town, you know we always will. You may search the whole world over, no lovelier will be found. You'll always be a part of me, my dear old Babelstown, my dear old Babelstown, my dear old Babelstown, deny my dear old Babelstown.
Now Nellie was the prettiest girl that you have ever seen. She always was invited to a dance or to a spree. She always had a song to sing and a ditty for to say. When she boldly asked her mother could she go to the wake. Oh yes, my darling Nellie, you can go to the wake, but my advice to you is you must give and you must take. For Johnny is the wildest youth that ever yet was born, and I'm sure that you'll be sorry coming home in the morn. The wake it been over, all the people gone to rest. Johnny took his Nellie to a dark and shady nest. He took her in his arms and he laid her on the back, saying, I'll show you the game that they call shoot the cat. The 7th month been over, the 8th month coming on. Well, Nellie's little jaws, they grew pale and they grew long. Her apron string she could not tie, and her bra she could not hasp, and she blamed it on the game that they call shoot the cat. The 8th month been over, the 9th month come and gone. Well, Nellie lay in bed with a bouncing baby son. Her mother said to her one day, we'll name him for his sake, and we'll call him Shoot the Cat, coming home from the wake. Well, the dirty little bugger, he grew up to be a man. He'd go out around the corner with his out in his hand, and every little girl he'd see, he'd give his a shake, saying, Daddy shot the cat, coming home from the wake.
And love is teasing, and love is a pleasure when first it is new. But as it grows older, my love is colder, and then fades away like the morning dew. I'll kiss the old woman and hug the old man, give Johnny $1 and shake hands with Dan, fight for his sister and do all I can, do all I can. And then I'll walk out with me girl Mary Ann. And we kissed so sweet in Coverton as we came to each other. We went arm in arm down the road like sister and brother. We went arm in arm down the road till we came to a stream, and we both sat down together, love to hear the nightingale sing. A mother's love is a blessing, no matter where you go. Keep her while she's living, you'll miss her when she goes. Love her as in childhood, when feeble, old and grey, but you'll never miss your mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay. For she was young and slender, as gentle as a fawn. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds bright, or the stars of early dawn. A smile she had for everyone, but her kisses were all for me. Entranced I gazed at Molly Bond, a boating on Loch Ree. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. days to come again once more. But come again they never will, for now I'm 64. But come again they never will, for now I'm 64.
Mellow, the moonlight to shine is beginning. Close by the window, young Eileen is spinning. Bent o'er the fire, her blind grandmother sitting is groaning and moaning and drowsing.
In 1915, on the 10th day of June, at Burke's Wharf the Marian lay, prepared for the banks as was custom to do, all loaded with capelin for bait. The wind from the northwest, a fine summer breeze, as Ike Jones from St. Jack's he steered. And the boys in the forecastle made plans for that night, when they'd all go ashore in St. Pierre. Somewhere uneasy there'd be trouble, they said, 'cause Ike Jones was noted to fight. And at the Café de France on the last trip he made, a Frenchman had threatened his life. The challenge to fight was issued that night, while the cheap French liquor ran free. The French captain then warned the Marian's men he would answer the challenge at sea. Next day the Marian set sail again, and so too the story relates. The French beam trawler weighed anchor as well, and followed close by in her wake. She's a Fortune Bay schooner heading out for the banks, with fine hardy Fortune Bay men. But some on the quay were rumoured to say she'd never be heard from again. The fate that befell the Marian's crew and their schooner will never be known. Not a trace and no tidings were ever again to be heard by those waiting at home. Some say the Frenchman was true to his word, some say he confessed for he died. That he scuttled the Marian and settled the debt, not taking one man o'er the side. Families of Skinners and Bellas and Miles grieved for their loved ones on shore. And the Newfoundland story of loss to the sea was told as so often before. She's a Fortune Bay schooner sailing out from St. Jack's, with a fine crew of Fortune Bay men. But never no more will she pass by the light, with her jib flapping into the wind. No, never no more will she pass by the light, with her jib flapping into the wind. Asking me how I count my riches. quiet. Some make their way to the door. Salt boxes pushed from the tables, and cards, mostly jokers, are strewn on the floor. At the long shiny bar they are standing, each locked in each other man's stare. The general is nursing a vodka, while the cowboy is sipping a Budweiser beer. My guns are bigger than yours. Without breathing a word to each other they say, my guns are bigger than yours. You better be first or I'll blow you away. Bartender looks quite familiar, with his beard and his kindly blue eyes, as he speaks to the two men together. His words are strangely commanding and wise. He says, I'll make a proposal. Just leave your guns over there. Let me shout the cowboy a vodka, and I'll buy the general a Budweiser beer. You both think your guns are bigger. That's a bad misconception you're making, of course. Though my only weapon is love, I think that my guns are bigger than yours. If you don't consider my offer, I'll let the drama go on. When one of you reach for the trigger, there'll be no applause when the curtain comes down. You both think your guns are bigger. That's a bad misconception you're making, of course. Though my only weapon is love, I hope that my guns are bigger than yours. Though my only weapon is love, I hope that my guns are bigger than yours.
We don't know where you're from, but we know where you be. Welcome to St. John's, a town by the sea. A town that's got history, a town that's got class. A town of the future, a town with a past. The people are friendly and quick with a word. So tell me neighbors, be this what you heard? Cabot discovered the rock long ago. I tell you my friend Gilbert claimed her, you know. We don't know where you're from, but we know where you be. Welcome to St. John's, a town by the sea. A town that's got history, a town that's got class. A town of the future, a town with a past. There's sights and there's sounds that'll give you a thrill, like church bells at noon and Signal Hill. There's Chain Rock and Cape Spear and Memorial Park. You can visit the sights here from dusk until dark. We don't know where you're from, but we know where you be. Welcome to St. John's, a town by the sea. A town that's got history, a town that's got class. A town of the future, a town with a past. So when you go traveling this country so bold, no greater beauty your heart will behold. 'Tis friends and 'tis neighbors you're going to gain. In old St. John's town, sure your heart will remain. We don't know where you're from, but we know where you be. Welcome to St. John's, a town by the sea. A town that's got history, a town that's got class. A town of the future, a town with a past. A town with a future, a town with a past. rest.
When I woke up this morning, boys, I wish that I was dead. You wouldn't believe the aching that I had inside my head. At such a time the night before, on whiskey, screech and punch, think I'll go out and shoot myself, but I'll be back to once. I'll be back to once, boys, I'll be back to once. Think I'll go out and shoot myself, but I'll be back to once. I headed for the local pub to get myself a drink, to try to clear the coppers out and help myself to think. The wife said, don't be gone too long, I'm fixing up your lunch. Well, I only have a single drink and I'll be back to once. I'll be back to once, mate, I'll be back to once. I'll only have a single drink and I'll be back to once. When I got there, old Tom and Bill was whooping up the storm. They said, come in and join us, boy, we do no one harm. We know just how you feel today, cause we was in that bunch. The wives have kicked us out of doors and we'll go back to once. We'll go back to once, boy, we'll go back to once. The wives have kicked us out of doors and we'll go back to once. Now listen here, me boy, says I don't start on that again. To only have a single drink's the reason I came in. And as for kicking you outdoors, your wives have got a hunch. We'll soon be having second thoughts and take you back to once. Take you back to once, boys, take you back to once. We'll soon be having second thoughts and take you back to once. Now I had me drinking, I headed home and feeling much improved. The wife, she saw me coming in, I know that she was moved. What made me mind up now, says I, to never touch that punch. And that's the way I feel right now, but call me back to once. Call me back to once, boys, call me back to once. And that's the way I feel right now, but call me back to once. Call me back to once, boys, call me back to once. I know I'm going to change my mind, so call me back to once. We'll be back to once, boys, we'll be back to once. Pull up a chair and have a beer and we'll be back to once.
We'll be back to once, and your cocks don't go away.
Hey, wait for me.
I stood once by the harbour as the ship was going out, on a voyage to a port beyond the sea. I watched the blue-clad sailor as he said his last farewell to the lassie who had loved him tenderly. As they held on to each other in the moonlight by the shore, she said, my aching heart for you yearns. And I heard the sailor promise to his lassie tenderly, when the fields are white with daisies I'll return. When the fields are white with daisies and the roses bloom again, and the love that in your heart more brightly burns. I love you, darling, only just remember when you're lonely, when the fields are white with daisies I'll return. Well, now the sun shines brightly and the world is white and blue, but a girlish heart is breaking with the pain. For the news she heard this morning that the ship her true love song would never anchor in the harbor safe again. All alone she weeps so sadly for the one she thinks is dead, when a voice beside her whispered I've returned. God has spared me for the keeping of a promise once I made, when the fields are white with daisies I'll return. When the fields are white with daisies and the roses bloom again, and the love light in your heart more brightly burns. I love you, darling, only just remember when you're lonely, when the fields are white with daisies I'll return.
John City in Newfoundland many years ago. I must go back, must follow my heart back to my home, never more to part. Oh, to see again the lights on the harbor from old Shea Heights. What a beautiful sight, while ships at anchor lay gently swaying, protected from the fury of the sea. Seen the sun go down on Galway, no wonder it inspired a song. I've been to Dublin, seen the green glens of Antrim, but I still miss my home in St. John's. Oh, I miss my home, I miss my people on old Shea Heights, where I was born. I must go back, must follow my heart back to my home, never more to part. Back to my home, never more to part. I stroll along the waterfront in St. John's, Newfoundland. It was a beautiful afternoon, and for that I thank my God. I walked by a foreign vessel getting ready to sail to sea, and upon the deck stood a fair young maid, and to the cabin she did flee. Oh Captain, don't take my love from thee. He has no family in your land, oh why can't he stay with me? We love each other so very much, we cannot be apart. And if he sails through that Narrows, you know it will break our hearts. Oh, listen to me, you fair maid, for I have something to say. For once I was a young sailor lad, and to Dublin I sailed one day. I met a girl I loved so much, but a fool I didn't stay. And orders never carried me back to my love again. A young sailor lad, he came to me and told me about you, Kathleen. He could have stayed on his own, you know, but he wanted my advice. I put him in the cab this morning and sent him on his way. And you'll find him with your parents in your home in Trinity Bay. In a town on the sea, by the castle underneath, the fairest of all was the maiden Eileen. The bloom on her cheeks was as fresh as the dew, and her heart to a young fisher laddie was true. At morn he would sail with the sun and the tide, that he would return to his promised young bride. And there on the shore she could hear it so plain, his voice in the wind singing soft this refrain. Eileen, my Eileen, oh wait for me, wait, Eileen. They were to be wed on a Sunday in May, and fate was a joy to see Eileen so gay. The morning before he set sail with the tide, but he never returned to his promised young bride. Oh no, nevermore was her heart light and warm. Her lover he died, yes he died in a storm. But down by the shore she could still hear so plain his voice in the wind singing soft this refrain. Eileen, my Eileen, oh wait for me, wait, Eileen. They say that our heart, it was broken in two. The lovely Eileen, so young and so true. And down by the shore, they who loved her the best, by the rock where she waited, they laid her to rest. Oh, many the years that have passed since that day, but maidens who wait for their lovers, they say, but still on the shore they can hear it so plain, his ghost in the wind singing soft this refrain. Eileen, my Eileen.
There's a ship lies rigged and ready in the harbor. Tomorrow for old England she sails, far away from your land of endless sunshine, to my land full of rainy skies and gales. And I shall be on board that ship tomorrow, though my heart is full of tears at this farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. I heard there's a wicked war a-blazing, and the taste of war I know so very well. Even now I see the foreign flag raising, their guns on fire as we sail into hell. I have no fear of death, it brings no sorrow, but how bitter will be this last farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. Though death and darkness gather all about me, and my ship be torn apart upon the sea, I shall smell again the fragrance of these islands. Take me home, William Carson, take me home. Let me see the water churn as your mighty engines roar. Take me home, William Carson, take me home. For it's there I long to be, in my home beside the sea. Take me home, William Carson, to Newfoundland. About 100 miles to go, Lord, I'm so excited, so I just can't wait to see old Port of Bass. And there I'll leave no more that Newfoundland shore. Take me home, my dreams are coming true. While at home I've heard them say that we all return someday. So take me home, William Carson, take me home. Let me see the water churn as your mighty engines roar. Take me home, William Carson, take me home. For it's there I long to be, in my home beside the sea. Take me home, William Carson, to Newfoundland. Take me home, William Carson, to Newfoundland.
Oh, Laura, 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 oh, oh, Laura, how I love you, Laura. Who turns my world? It's a beautiful girl called Laura. Laura. My heart's aflame at the sound of her name, Laura. Laura. Together, hand in hand we stray down by the moonlit waterway. How I love to be walking, I love to be talking with Laura. Oh, Laura, 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 oh, oh, Laura, how I love you, Laura. I just can't wait to have another date with Laura. Laura. She is so sweet, she can't be beat, it's my Laura. Laura. Maybe we'll get some fish and chips, maybe I'll get to kiss her lips. I don't mind stating, I feel so great when dating my Laura. Oh, Laura, 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 oh, oh, Laura. Strum my guitar and sing how lovely you are, my Laura. Laura. Heavens above, oh how I love you, my Laura. Laura. Honey, it'll soon be June. Come on, I wanna talk about a honeymoon. I'll be all of glory, my life will be the story of Laura. Oh Laura, 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 oh, oh, Laura. How I love you, Laura. In the Gulf of St. Lawrence, off the coast of PEI, there are treasures this world has seldom seen. When I dream of them, shining there like little gems. They're the beautiful Isles of Magdalene, where the high cliffs of red and the blue sky overhead lend the ocean its deep romantic sheen, while the long warm lagoons lap the shining crystal dunes heaven smiles on the Isles of Magdalene. Where the boats all come and go, slowly rocking to and fro on the breeze of the sea so fresh and clean. And the hardy fishermen are away from home again, fishing lobsters off the Isles of Magdalene. From Groseal to Sandy Hook, you may drive and take a look through the little town of Grindstone in between, where the children love to play round the barracks on the hay, where the sun shines on the Isles of Magdalene. To this haven of the Gulf, many feathers from the south build their nest among those hills of grassy green. They sing Shivu Zambuku like the friendly people do, for they love those little Isles of Magdalene. While the blue of the skies bring the tears to my eyes, I go back to those islands of my dreams, where the little fishing towns dot the coastline all around. I return to the Isles of Magdalene. I return to the Isles of Magdalene. There was grief among the people of that northern Timmins town when someone hollered, "Fire, the mine is burning down." Then rushing to the surface came those McIntyre men to make ready and prepare to let the firefighters in. There's a fire way down in the mine. It was February 2nd in the year of 65. A miner's life was taken in the carbon monoxide. The gas had been created way down a mile or so in the McIntyre Hellfire 6,000 feet below. There's a fire way down in the mine. The call went through the Northland for men to fight the flame, from Sudbury to Noranda and from everywhere they came. With oxygen and gas masks they worked for a month of days. In 150 degrees of heat they fought that gassy blaze. There's a fire way down in the mine. The deadly gas kept rising in the McIntyre High till it seeped through the walls and fire doors to the Hollinger mine nearby. For nearly 1,000 miners now, there was no work below. The word came from the office boys, "We have to let you go." There's a fire way down in the mine. With smiles of hope now faded, many faces wore a frown. Must we see our children hungry? Must we have to leave the town? Will they have to close the mines up, bringing trouble, strife, and woe? Or will they beat that gassy hellfire 6,000 feet below? There's a fire way down.